Detective Raven. I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court, a judicial system powered by artificial intelligence.
Set in 2029, LAPD Detective Chris Raven, portrayed by Chris Pratt, goes on trial for his wife's murder, facing off against Rebecca Ferguson as court-appointed AI Judge Maddox. With just 90 minutes to exonerate himself, a hungover Raven defends his screen life, searching for evidence that'll cast reasonable doubt. Calling Mercy the dumbed-down version of Minority Report is superficial. As a high-concept procedural, it ceases to function when engaging with ethical considerations and merely capitalizes on timely concerns for entertainment purposes. This janky January release is brought to you by Profile director Timur Bekmambetov, who was an early adopter of the formerly novel subgenre, producing everything from the creepy Unfriended franchise to the infamously awful 2025 War of the Worlds. If that ghastly Ice Cube sci-fi flick packed full of Amazon advertising wasn't found guilty for this once innovative presentation, then the futuristic courtroom programmer should be the final nail in the cyber coffin. Strangely, the Marco Van Bell script where Big Brother is always watching, unless you manage to score an easily traceable burner phone like Annabelle Wallace does in the Thankless Spouse role, barely comments on the Orwellian government that infringes on people's privacy. The West Coast red zones in the opening broadcast, echoing RoboCop without its satirical edge, are meant to emphasize civil unrest in a new era of law-abiding convenience and expedience. You'd think the perspective is pro-fascism. It's also rather fortunate that the so-called everyman Pratt plays has the skill set required to represent himself. Maybe it would have been more compelling to observe someone outside the legal system investigate, since the real-time element doesn't generate suspense and actually feels longer than expected. How many times do we need to watch the bad husband and lousy father sober up to the reality of their terrible situation? He's still an abusive alcoholic, unaware that his adolescent daughter is socializing online with a looming drug dealer, no matter the verdict. Casting recognizable character actors in suspect roles lets the cat out of the bag early, identifying the culprit. However, the visual of a potential perpetrator sneaking out of the trunk of Pratt's car becomes an unintentional sight gag. The twisted last act features egregious CGI, along with a lifted piece of score blaring every few minutes. Tonally, it abandons the digital conceit for an absurd stance on AI in the vein of a buddy cop comedy. Hey, we all make mistakes. Plead guilty for your screen life crime, Bekmambetov, and throw yourself on the mercy of the cinematic court. My final rating? D.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
I think there's more that you're not revealing.